Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great, and like always I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week that I finished, which is an absolute magical delight and treat. The book that I finished is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries. It's by Fawcett. That's how it looks. It's a gorgeous hardcover. I mean, just taking a moment to admire the hardcover. It's beautiful. Coming to the plot of this story now, our main character is Emily Wilde, and she's a Cambridge scholar. She is really good at what she does. She's a dedicated researcher. She's famous for her research on fairies, and in fact her recent project that she's working on is actually an encyclopedia of fairies lore. So she's traveling all around the world and visiting various towns and all where there has been evidence of fairy spotting and villagers interacting with them. So she's basically traveling everywhere and recording all this in an encyclopedia, and she really hopes that once this encyclopedia is out and published, it's really going to propel her career and give her the recognition that she's been really wanting. And so she's really good at what she does. She's a very dedicated researcher. But what Emily is absolutely not good at is she's not good at being a people's person. So she is always very socially awkward. She's a kind of a person who would never get invited to a party, if you know what I mean. In fact, she does not like the company of people. She would rather hang around with her books, with her dog whose name is Shadow, and with fairy folk, rather than attending parties and meeting people. Now she's almost in the last leg of her research, which is the compilation of this encyclopedia that she's working on. And as this last assignment, she has to visit a very remote island village. It's in Scandinavia, and so she decides to visit there to record about these hidden fairies there, which have been not been recorded by other scholars. So she feels that if she's able to manage to record something about these hidden fairies in her encyclopedia, it's really going to help her out. So finally she decides to travel to this village, and once she reaches the village, things or her research does not go as planned. For various reasons. The number one reason is, while Emily is someone who's used to the field work because she's been traveling and making all these observations, so she's used to the hard field work, but she wasn't used to so much rustic feel that this village has. So much so that even to keep herself warm, because it's crazy cold, so to keep herself warm she has to literally chop woods and manage to keep herself warm. Also because, like I said, she's socially awkward. She's not she's got on the wrong foot with the villagers. She has not really managed to make friends with them, and that's the reason the villagers are not really opening up to her, and not really sharing the tales or the incidences that they know of the fairy lore in their village. So she's really struggling to complete her research. To make matters more worse, comes in our second character, Wendell Bambleby, a very charming and handsome character. He decides to kind of crash her research projects, and he lands in the same village. Now he is again a scholar at Cambridge and works at the same place as Emily, and also they're somewhat rivals. Now he comes to the village to kind of help Emily in her research, although she never asked him to. But because he's unlike Emily, he's not socially awkward and has his own charming ways, the villagers have obviously taken to him and are opening up to him, and he's just like made friends with everyone overnight. Now there's also one thing. The villagers are going missing overnight. They have no clue what's happening, but the villagers are being taken away by these old fairies into their enchantment world. Now because Wendell and Emily has, kind of roamed the whole world, recording about these magical creatures, and they have a lot of knowledge. So obviously the villagers go up to them asking for help, and soon Emily and Wendell combine as fairy detectives, and they start on this mission to kind of save villagers from these crimes that the fairies are imposing on them. So while Emily and Wendell are working on these mystery of the hidden fairies that are lurking in these shadowy forest of the village, Emily might be onto another mystery as well. The mystery is about Wendell. She feels that there is more to him, and who is he exactly? What are his motives? She has her own suspicions. In fact, she also doubts that he might know about the fairies more than he's letting on or letting Emily know. So yeah, this is what is the major plot of the story. We kind of once they are turn into fairy detectives and helping the villagers, as a reader, we are kind of transported into the magical fairy realm, and we go on the adventures where they are trying to save the villagers. That's on the plot of the story. About the characters are very likable. So Emily, she's hardworking, dedicated, witty sometimes, but she's also very stubborn. About our main character, by now you would know that he's extremely smart, handsome, charming, funny, witty again. Now both of their relationship is shown that they're always, there's constant banter going on and argument, but deep down they also care for each other, and there is a little bit romance that you get to experience in the book. Another important thing that I really loved in the book is the atmosphere of the book, the description of the village, the cold setting. I think it's a perfect read for you. If you love fantasy, I mean, I love reading about fairies and fantasy and anything magical related. So if you're like me, this is a perfect book to curl up with when it's raining or, it's winter. And imagine, you're just sitting in your favorite corner with your hot chocolate, coffee, and reading about fairies, and it's raining outside. Yeah, you get the picture. So the book is very cozy, amazing, magical atmosphere. You will get to know a lot about fairies from this, the different kind of fairies, which I really liked, and how their history was kind of interwoven in the narrative, which you would really enjoy. Also, the book is, because it's written in a form of a journal entry, you kind of feel more connected to the characters, which I think was really nice. So yeah, I think that's all on this book. So if you're someone who loves fantasy, who loves reading about fairies, I think this is a book that you should be reading ASAP, and it should be on your bookshelf. That's all on today's review. Thank you for joining in. If you like the review, don't forget thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to see you next week with another title. Till then, take care, and hopefully the magic of fairies and some pixie dust remain with you. Bye-bye.